down there bathing and heard the baby cry.
At yung basket siguro tumigil siya dun sa mga damuhan dun sa ilog at eksakto na nandun at naliligo nga daw yung anak ng hari.
So she sent one of her maids to fetch the baby, and she realized it was a Hebrew baby.
At si Moses ay umiyak at siya ay inutusan niya yung kanyang isa sa mga alila na kunin yung batang anak.
And so while she and her maids were playing with the baby, probably had the basket, oh, nice little baby, and they were all talking there.
At kinuha nila, nakita nila siya ay isang sanggol ng Hebreo at tinignan nila kung nila sa basket at kinuha nila siya.
And Miriam,
At si Miriam,
just a little Hebrew slave girl, walked over to the king's daughter and volunteered to find someone to look after the baby.
at isang maliit lang na babaeng Hebreo nga daw, pumunta siya, ninapitan niya yung prinsesa ng Ehipto at sinabi niyang, ikukuha ko siya na mag-aalaga.
She was a very brave little girl.
Siya ay napakatapang na maliit na bata.
And she went, the princess said, yes, sure, you find a mother.
At sumangay naman yung prinsesa at inihanap siya ng magiging nanay.
She went and got Moses' mother.
At kinuha niya din yung nanay ni Moses.
Brought him back. Come on, Mum. Come on, we're going back. I found the baby. We've saved the baby.
At tinawag niya yung kanyang nanay at nakita ko na yung bata at naligtas ko yung sanggol.
So Mum ran along behind her daughter and they got back to the princess and she was given her own baby back again. That is a miracle.
At sila'y nagpadali, pununtahan nila yung prinsesa at yun nga, binalik ulit sa kanya yung kanyang sanggol at kahanga-hanga doon.
So who was the champion in that story?
At sino yung champion doon sa kwento?
Not the father,
Hindi yung tatay,
not the mother,
hindi yung nanay,
but the little girl.
pero yung maliit na bata.
She's like another David. David was a little boy or a young man,
At katulad sa ni David, si David isang maliit na bata lang o binata.
but he was the savior of the nation.
Pero siya ay tagapagligtas ng bayan.
He was the only true shepherd in that nation.
Siya yung tanging at totoong pastol dun sa bansang yun.
The nation was doomed because of Goliath and all the rest. David saved the nation.
Ang bayan ay talo na dahil nga kay Goliath at ibang mga kasama niya at iniligtas si David yung bansa.
Little Miriam, maybe 6 or 7 years old, again saved the nation.
At yung maliit na si Miriam, siguro 6 or 7-year-old lang, muli iniligtas niya yung bayan.
By saving her brother, who then became Moses, the leader of the nation.
Sa pagliligtas niya ng kanyang kapatid na naging si Moses nga at naging pinuno ng bansa.
Miriam became the savior of the nation.
At si Miriam ay naging tagapagligtas din ng bansa.
Now we know Moses later on did all the work, but Miriam is critical to the story.
At alam natin na ginawa lahat ni Moses yung lahat ng gawain, pero kritikal o kinakailangan si Miriam sa kwento.
So here you are, and you're maybe young,
At nandito ka ngayon, siguro ikaw ay bata lang.
or maybe you think you're too old,
O kaya naman inisip mo na matanda ka lang.
or whatever, not educated, whatever poverty, you think there's some giant standing in the way.
At maling inisip mo mahirap ka, wala kang pinag-aralan, o ano pa bang uri ng higante na humaharang sa iyong daanan.
But there isn't.
Pero wala naman.
You have a bag of miraculous seed you can sow,
Pero
change the world.
pero magsupot ng mahimalang mga binhi na upang pag naitanim mo ay babaguhin niya yung mundo.
I think this church with your message is critical to the future of the nation.
Sa palagay niya, sa pamamagitan ng simbahan natin at kasama ng mensahe na meron tayo, kinakailangan ito sa hinaharap na pagbabago ng bansa.
And you all need to catch that vision of a great future that you are a part of.
Pero kinakailangan mo namang maunawaan nga daw itong pakitain na ito ng isang dakila na hinaharap na tayo ay mga kabahagi nito.
Okay, so I want to use another scripture here. We're in Numbers now, in chapter 35 of Numbers.
Numbers 35 tayo. Bilang 35.
Push the right buttons. Okay, so here in Numbers 35, the Lord is talking to Moses, chapter 35, verse 1.
So chapter 35, verse 1, ang Panginoon ay nakipag-usap kay Moses.
And he commanded the children of Israel that they build cities and also give the Levites a portion of the city.
At sinabi niya kay Moses na utusan yung mga tao nga daw na gumawa ng mga bayan at magbigay din ng bayan para sa mga Levita.
So in Israel, the Levites were effectively the priests, the like social workers, governing people, that they helped with all the stuff to do with running the nation.
At yung mga Levita, sila daw yung mga tao na sacerdote, yung mga sacerdote, priest. At social worker din sila, magagawa para sa mga mamamayan ng Israel. Ginagawa nilang iba't ibang uri ng mga bagay upang tulungan yung bayan.
Okay, a bit like civil servants today in the Philippines.
Para sila mga civil service servants.
Government officials.
Mga opisyal ng gobyerno sa panahon natin.
And they had to be provided for. God said, you must look after these people.
At kinakailangan silang paglaanan, bigyan ng mga pangangailangan nila at sinabi ng Diyos na alagaan itong mga taong ito.
So he said, now you people, that's the people of the nation, will build towns and cities all around the place.
At sinabi ng Diyos sa kanila na kayong lahat ng mga tao kinakailangan gumawa ng mga bayan at ng mga syudad sa buong kalupaan.
He said, I will not allow the Levites, they are not to be involved in owning property and building buildings and all the usual things that the normal people had to do.
Pero hindi ko mapahintulutan, sabi ng Diyos, yung mga Levita na magkaroon ng mga ari-arian o kailangan magtayo ng mga gusali o yung mga normal na mga ginagawa ng mga pangkaraniwang mga tao.
He said, God said to Moses, what you must do is give 1,000 cubits. That's about 500 meters or something like that.
At sinabi ng Diyos kay Moses, ang gagawin mo, ikaw ay maglalaan ng 1,000 siko. Siko kasi yung cubit. O kaya naman,
500 meters.
mga 500 meters, 500 meters.
That was around every city, outside the walls of the city.
Mga 500 square meters nga daw, na yun ay sa bawat bayan na itatayo nila. Nandun din yung 500 meters para sa mga Levita.
Yeah, it says, for example, verse 4. Numbers 35, verse 4.
Verse 4 po, isang halimbawa ito.
Okay, it says, well, I'll read it. And the suburbs of the cities, which you shall give to the Levites, shall reach from the wall of the city, called them a suburb, from the wall of the city, 1,000 cubits, right around the city.
At sinabi niya sa verse 4, sa labas ng mga bawat bayan ay mula dun sa dingding nga daw ng bayan o bakod ng bayan ay bibilang ng 500 na metro. Ayun.
Good English up here.
Okay, 1,000 na siko, 500 na metro. Mula sa
so here was a city, people built a city.
At halimbawa, gagawa sila ng mga bayan.
And they had a sort of a wall around, it hadn't been a great wall because they weren't able to build huge walls.
At babakuran nila ito, hindi naman matataas, pero babakuran nila ito ng bako.
Like a village with some sort of wall.
At katulad sila ng isang nayon na mayroong bako.
But for 500 yards or meters outside the wall, they had a circle right around the city, and that was for the Levites to live in.
Pero mula doon ay bibilang sila ng 500 na yarda nga daw. At doon nila lalagay yung bawat Levita, mga Levita.
And then they were given further down another 1,000 meters. You see verse 5. You shall measure from without the city on the east side 2,000 cubits and all around 2,000 cubits, and they get that as well.
At makukuha din nila sa sumunod sa verse 5, 100 metro pa din ang makukuha nila sa bawat silangan ng bahagi ng bayan.
So, just briefly, it seems like the first 500 meters was for them to live on, and the next 500 meters was for their cattle.
At para ba ganito yung itsura, yung unang 500 meters, doon sila titira. Susunod na 500 meters, nandun naman yung kanilang mga bakahan, mga hayop.
Now, it seems like an obscure, funny thing to think about as Christians.
Pero bang kakatwa, kakaiba daw, o kaya naman kakaibang mga kalagayan kung titignan natin bilang mga Christian.
But Moses was one of the Levites, of course.
At si Moses, isa rin sa mga Levita.
And all the other Levites were his extended family.
At lahat ng mga Levita, yan yung kanyang mga kamag-anak.
And they weren't allowed to own land in the city. They had to live on the perimeter of the city around this border.
At hindi sila pinapahintulutan na magkaroon ng mga lupain sa loob ng bayan, kundi sa labas ng bayan. Doon sila pinapahintulutan.
What does that mean?
Anong ibig sabihin nun?
Imagine the city with this ring of civil servants living all around it.
Isipin mo lang, imagine mo ito. Isang bayan na napapalibutan siya ng mga opisyalis ng gobyerno.
if the enemy came, somebody attacked the city,
Pag dumadating yung mga kaaway at kapag may susugod na kaaway sa bayan,
who protected the city?
sino ang pumuproteksyon sa syudad?
The Levites.
Ang mga Levita.
Those families living out on that 500-meter perimeter, they were the protecting force against any enemy attack.
Yung mga pamilya na yun ng mga Levita na nakatira sila, 500 metro nga daw mula sa bayan, at sa paligid nandun sila, sila yung mga puwersa na pumuprotekta sa bayan.
They also functioned as shepherds or pastors to the nation, to the cities.
Sila din ay nagiging mga pastor, ng kawan nga daw para sa city, sa bayan.
Now, if we go back to the stories we've thought about, we've got King David, for example.
Kung babalikan natin yung kwento na kanina, halimbawa si King David,
When the enemy attacked Israel,
kapag may sumusugod na kaaway sa Israel,
who stood there against the enemy?
sino ang tumindig doon laban sa kaaway?
David.
Si King David.
He was not a Levite, but in that instance, he protected the nation.
Hindi siya Levita, pero sa ganung kalagayan, kanyang pinoteksyonan yung bayan.
Miriam was a Levite. She was Moses' brother.
Si Miriam ay naging ganun din Levita, siya ay kapatid ni Moses.
And she protected the nation.
At kanyang binigyang proteksyon yung bayan.
Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd.
Sa Psalm 23, sinasabi ng Panginoon ng aking paston.
He makes me lie down in green pastures beside the still waters.
Pinahihiga niya ako dun sa mga berdeng mga pastulan sa tabi daw ng inuminan, ilog ng inuminan.
He will prepare a meal for me in the presence of my enemies.
Maghahanda siya sa akin ng pagkain o hapag sa harapan ng aking mga kaaway.
The Levites protected the towns and cities of the nation even when the enemy came upon them.
At yung mga Levita, kanilang binigyang proteksyon yung mga bayan, yung mga syudad, kahit na nga sa harapan ng mga kaaway.
Now, Pastor Eugene here is the pastor of this assembly.
Ako ay pastor ng Assemblies dito.
And go back to David again. David was fighting a bear and a lion, and really nobody knew that.
At si David, kanyang inatalo yung bear, yung leon, at hindi naman alam ng mga tao yan.
There have been many attacks upon your church.
Nagkaroon ng maraming mga pag-atake sa simbahan.
I've been aware of most of them, I think.
At karamihan noon ay alam ni pastor.
People creating dissension, disputes, different doctrines, all this type of thing.
Mga taong nag-umpisa ng mga pagtatalo, mga pagkakabahagi o divisyon at lahat ng mga ganitong uri ng bagay.
People splitting away and trying to take people away from the church.
Mga taong nihiwalay nila yung ibang mga tao sa simbahan.
Now, in all those instances and all those difficulties, Pastor Eugene has stood there like King David to protect the church from these attacks that come and keep coming. I've had all the same sort of things.
Ang lahat ng mga bagay na ito, mula sa lahat ng mga bagay na ito, ay nandito ako at naninindigan para yun, proteksyonan tayo at yun.
That's the people, need to understand that there is a sense in which the pastor, Eugene in this case, is like King David. He ends up being the first point of security, will attack first and then security, safety.
At mayroong ganung parang sa pagkukumpara, mayroong ganung itsura para si Haring David, kanyang inawa yung mga kaaway ng bayan. Parang ganun din yung gusto. Sila yung unang-una na nakikipagawa.
He does his best to keep the fellowship safe, to keep it strong, to keep it happy, to keep joy in the midst, to get rid of all the problems.
Sila yung unang nakikipaglaban. Kanya ginagawa natin mga kaya niya yung isang pastor upang mapanatili yung kasayahan, yung kagalakan, maging ligtas at mayroong ligtas yung simbahan.
And the church needs to look after him.
At maging malakas yung simbahan.
Every church needs to look after their pastor.
At kinakailangan bawat simbahan ay alagaan yung pastor nila.
You'll understand the logic there if you like.
At naintindihan niyo ba yung katwiran doon?
You can't just assume he'll look after himself. God told you to look after him.
At hindi naman kinakailangan sila lang yung mag-aalaga sa sarili nila, pero sinabihan daw tayo ng Diyos na alagaan sila.
Go back with me, we'll finish up here in 2 Corinthians again.
Magtatapos tayo sa 2 Corinthians.
If you look in verse 1, we skipped verse 1 before.
2 Corinthians.
Yeah, 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 1.
Pupunta